Hey everybody, I'm Scott Kasaniak. I'm going to be doing a review on the Christian Fit Factory log that I'll bring up here in a second. Because most people probably don't know me, I'm a transitioning powerlifter over to Strongman. So I've used logs before. I don't think I'm an expert by any means on logs. So use my opinion with a grain of salt, I guess to say, but I can pretty much tell you my opinions of this and who I think it's probably geared towards. And you know, if you're in the market for a log, you can at least have a review on this one. I was looking for a lot of reviews as I was going through, and I didn't find many. I just made the choice based off of the money. I had to get one. So this was the cheapest one I could find, and I'm happy with it. You know, I know I'm not going to keep it forever, but I'm happy with it. On to the review. This is the log here. 32 kilogram log, 70 pounds. If you don't want to do the math, I believe. At least that's what my calculator said. Steel log has the dual handles in here. I don't really like the dual handles, but you know, I just used the one. I'd rather just be one, but I'm sure there's a use for it. Just I don't have the use for it. The knurling on this thing is really smooth. You're gonna need chalk, especially if you're gonna do reps. You're gonna need something. It's really super smooth. So I don't. It's nowhere near aggressive knurling. So you know, if you're gonna do reps with it, like doing a single's fine, but doing reps with it, you start to slide on it. But as you can see, it's real smooth. The diameter itself is 9.5 inches versus the 12 inch that most competitions use. I've used the 12 before. It feels a lot different than the 9.5. I've used the wooden one before, and that's the same thing. It just feels different. This is, you know, if I were to recommend it, I would recommend it for somebody who was starting out, you know, and needed this piece of equipment and didn't have the money. I'm probably going to want to get a different log in a year or two that fits the competition specs. Practice like you play. That's one of my biggest mottos. So that would be you're probably going to want to go in to this purchase knowing that probably in a year or two you're probably going to end up selling this thing, and you're probably going to end up buying another one of the more expensive ones. But this is a great way to get the technique down. It rolls like a log, it presses like a log, and if you're strapped for cash and you don't have a group that has one of these, I think it's a perfect option. You know, it's not the best. Don't go into this thinking you're getting a great Strongman log that you're going to use forever. But if you go into that knowing that this is a great way to practice the technique, a great way to get the feel for it, a great way to improve, and a great way to get, you know, keep going in the sport, you know, you're going to be fine. You know, it's a log. That's what it is here for. So on Starting Strongman, they have a modification for it to where you can make it 12 inches. And I believe it's in the forum. So go to that link and you can look up that. I'm going to put a review in there of this as well. But as I said, you know, just brief review. The knurling, not happy with, but you know, it was $200 or $250 piece of $200 piece of equipment. The dual handles, I'm not very happy with, but at the same time, I don't think it poses any significant issue, other than the fact that I guess the worry is if you dump it, you might get your hand stuck. But honestly, I think there's enough room, and I got some big meat paws, so I think it'll be okay. The log itself, the construction's fine. It's solid. So I knew what I was getting myself into. It's a log. That's about it. So if you're in the market for a beginning, you know, if you're a 400-pound log presser, you're not going to buy this. This ain't even going to cross your mind. But if you're in the market for a log, you're beginning strongman competitor getting into the sport, I don't see a problem with this, just so long as you know that the you're going to want a bigger diameter log eventually, or you're going to have to modify this one to get the same feel as a competition. And the fact that you're going to have this dual handle construction, which is probably going to annoy you, but at the same point in time, you didn't spend $400 on it. So, like I said, take my review with a grain of salt. You know, hopefully it helps out some people looking. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I'm happy with the purchase because my expectations going in weren't to get a top level implement with, you know, having the cheapest price out there. It just doesn't work that way with, you know, buying gym equipment. And I've learned this through buying my home gym equipment. It's just, if you want good quality stuff, you're going to have to spend money. But this is a great alternative and a good, I guess, bridge, you know, a good bridge to getting a better log eventually. So, if hopefully this helped everybody, you know, any questions, feel free to ask. You know, I'm receptive, and I'll give you just my opinion based on it. All right, thanks.